I'll tell you guys, I am Hispanic. Hispanic people were famous for having bad tempers. I felt like I was a victim of racism recently by a Pakistani guy. A Pakistani guy was racist against me, and if there was a totem pole of where like we stand, Puerto Ricans are like at least 2 or 3 levels above Pakistanis. Anybody will admit that. You know what I'm talking about? This Pakistani guy was racist against me. I went into his deli. I don't remember exactly what happened. I remember buying a sandwich, right? Putting a $20 bill on the counter. Then getting into a conversation with my buddy. This little Pakistani guy starts snapping his fingers in my face. So I'm like, what's up? He goes, that sandwich costs $5. So I point to the 20. I'm like, yeah, that's my 20 right there. And he calls me a liar. He's like, that's not your 20. That's his 20. And he points to some white guy standing over here having nothing to do with the conversation. Just some white guy standing there, right? So I get upset. I'm like, yeah, man, don't call me a liar. I'm spending money in your store. Give me my change. He picks up the 20. He's like, I'm not giving you anything. You need to pay for your food or you need to get the hell out of here, right? So immediately I start cursing at him. I'm like, listen, give me back my money. He starts threatening me. I start threatening him. By the way, the white guy isn't saying a word. He's just standing over here pretending to stare into the ice cream cooler, and it's pissing me off, right? So this goes on, this argument goes on for maybe 10 seconds or so. Finally, the Pakistani guy, he doesn't know what to do. He grabs $15 out of the register. He says, you want your change? Fine. Get the hell out of here. And he throws it in my face. Swear to God, that's true. So then I grab a handful of Ghirardelli chocolates off the counter. Do you guys know those little individually wrapped chocolates? They're delicious. So I grab a handful of them and I just peg him in the face. I'm like a shotgun blast of chocolate right to his face, right? And I swear to God, this is true. His buddy, there was 2 of them, they start grabbing chocolate bars and apples and winging them at me. Just winging them. And I'm ducking out of the way. There's things getting knocked off of counters. There's a baby crying. There's a woman screaming. The white guy still isn't saying a goddamn word, by the way. But here's the thing. I'm in New York City. I'm 28 years old. I'm in the middle of a food fight. It's funny. You know what I'm saying? It's funny. Here's where it goes from funny to scary, because the Pakistani guy is bright red in the face. He goes under the counter and pulls out a club that he had made. He'd like sawed a broomstick in half and taped up one end to make a handle. Like he knew this day was coming. He built a weapon for it, right? He jumps over the counter, chases me out of the deli, and I just run because I'm afraid, right? I just run outside, and there's this big crowd of people watching me, and I feel very stupid, okay? But I feel very justified because he called me a thief and accused me of stealing. I felt very justified until half an hour later when I put my hand in my pocket and realized that I never actually put my 20 on the counter in the first place. It was in my pocket the whole time. I wasn't paying attention at all. And you know, it's funny, the white guy was paying attention, and it was his $20 bill. But he was just so terrified of the 2 minorities screaming and yelling at each other that he was like, screw it, it's just not worth it, guys. Just take the money and split it. I just came to buy some ice cream. All right, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys very much. Have a great night.